Namaste. My name is Veronica Hupp, and I am a caregiver here at Mosaic. I'm also a certified yoga instructor, and I am here with you today to move through an all levels type of yoga practice. We'll be practicing for approximately 20 minutes or so. So I hope you can join me. We'll begin in a seated posture. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. So maybe for you that's legs extended out in front of you, or using the support of your back against a wall. Sitting up on a prop as I am here, so maybe a firm pillow or a blanket if you have one available. And then go ahead and close down the eyes. Allow the hands to settle into your thighs, maybe even soften the elbows, let the elbows bend. And just allow yourself to feel your breath. So right now, there's nothing to fix. We're just observing breath. Feeling the rise and fall of the chest. Perhaps the expansion and contraction of the rib cage, of the belly. Whatever it is that you notice. And take a moment to scan the body, noticing any areas that might feel constricted today, or perhaps there's pain. Maybe you feel open and expansive. Just notice how you feel today in your physical body. And if there is pain or discomfort, stiffness, soreness, wrap some compassion around yourself. Give yourself a little love today. Bring the hands into prayer at the center of the heart, perhaps allowing the thumbs to gently press against the sternum. Just take a moment here to perhaps be in gratitude to be on your mat today. And bow your head to your heart. Begin to flutter the eyes open as you slowly lift the chin. You can lower the hands, and we will move to our back. So if you were sitting on a prop, go ahead and move that out of the way and transition onto your back. So once you find yourself on your back, go ahead and bend the knees, set the feet to the floor. Rest the arms along the floor, maybe turn the palms to the sky here. And allow the spine to settle along the earth. Just noticing the back floating ribs beginning to drop towards the floor. The front of the shoulders beginning to drop towards the floor. Noticing the parts of the body that connect with the earth. And take one more breath here. And then hug the knees into your chest. Go ahead and allow yourself to gently rock from side to side if that feels good in the hips and along the spine. And come back to center. Hold the hips still. And we're going to clasp around the backs of the knees. Draw those thighs in a little closer. And then we're going to reach the feet up. As we exhale, we're going to bend the knees and lift head and chest as we hug into a little ball here. As we inhale, we'll release, head back down, shoulders back down, and extend the feet for the sky. As we exhale, bend the knees, hug in, lift head and shoulders, making that little ball, tone the belly. Inhale. Release head and shoulders, extend the legs. And one more time as we exhale, bend the knees, hug in. Inhale, release back down. Go ahead and release the legs. Take a moment here. Let the belly be free to breathe. Now we're going to expand on that rocking sensation here. So we're going to hug the knees back in, maybe clasp around the back of the knees. And this time we're going to rock ourselves up, balance on our sits bones. And then we're going to rock ourselves back down. Feet come towards the head. We're going to rock ourselves back up. So kind of getting a little spinal massage here. Now, if that is not conducive to your spine, you can go back to the original exercise that we just did. Let's do that one more time. This time we'll stay up here, and I'm going to turn. We're going to come into a seated position. I'm going to grab my blanket and place it under the hips for a little lift here, a little space for my hips. So go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you. Take a moment in Dandasana, or staff pose here. And then I'm going to draw my right foot in towards my left glute muscle. And I'm going to bring my left foot in front of my right shin. So sitting in that cross-legged fashion here. Spine nice and tall, belly toning as I draw the belly button towards the spine. And I'm going to walk my right hand out to the side of my body. Maybe place the palm down, allow the elbow to bend. And I'm going to take my right ear towards my right shoulder and lengthen the left side of my neck. Reaching that left arm to the sky, up and over towards that left ear as I find a stretch through the left side of my body, the left rib cage, the left waistline. And maybe I gaze up at my left arm. Maybe not. If that doesn't feel well and good for your neck, you can gaze down or straight ahead. Continue to breathe, continue to root through the sits bones and expand through the side of the body. Now, as I rise up, I'm going to take that left hand, thumb up, and place it to the outside of my right thigh, palm open. I'm going to walk my right hand back behind me, and I'm going to take a twist here. So my sitting bones are still rooting down. Spine is still nice and long, balanced on the sits bones. Breathe. One more inhale, complete exhale. And then I'm going to take my left shoulder towards my left knee as I reach my right arm up and over alongside my right ear. Maybe I gaze up at the right arm. Maybe not. Whatever feels good for you today. Breathe here. One more breath. As you begin to rise, tone the belly, and we're going to cross our arms right over left. I'm going to wrap my hands towards my shoulder blades and give myself a nice bear hug here. So draw the chin back, slightly in. Reach the elbows forward. Tone the belly. Breathe. Perhaps you can release your shoulder blades and intertwine your forearms, maybe touch palms or backs of the hands coming into an eagle arm posture. Keep reaching the elbows forward, keep toning the belly, drawing the chin in and slightly down. Stretching across the back of the shoulders here. One more breath. Unwind, open the arms, and we'll float the arms down on an exhale. Take a breath. So we're going to switch our leg that's in front. So go ahead and extend the legs back out. Take a moment here and pedal the knees. And this time we're going to take our left foot towards the right right glute, and we're going to cross our right shin in front of our left shin. Again, sitting nice and tall. Take a breath. As I crawl my left hand out to the side of myself, I'm going to keep my elbows soft and take my left ear towards my left shoulder, extending nice and long through the right side of the neck. And then reach up with that right arm and extend over here. Tone and lengthen the side of the body. Keep the sitting bones rooting down. Maybe gaze up at the right arm. Keep the breath flowing, smooth and steady. One more breath here. As we rise, tone the belly, push off with that left hand, bring the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, thumb up, palm open, and walk your left hand behind you if that's accessible. If that's too intense of a twist, you can stay here, a little more gentle. So you decide what's right and good for you today. Keep the spine growing nice and tall, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Breathe here. One more breath, full inhale, complete exhale. And then we'll gently dip that right shoulder towards the right knee and reach the left arm along the left ear. Keep the sitting bones rooting down. Stretch and open the side body. One more breath. As we begin to rise, tone that belly, unwind, cross left arm over right arm, and maybe begin to hug those fingers towards the shoulder blades, or perhaps bend the elbows, intertwine the forearms, coming into eagle arms. Tuck the chin slightly. Hug the belly in. Breathe here. Again, focus on the rhythm of your own breath. And gently begin to unwind, open, and exhale the arms down to the floor. And we'll transition onto all fours, so coming onto hands and knees. If you have blocks with you today, go ahead and place those blocks at the top of your mat. I'm going to clip my little mic battery on my back. There we go. All right, so coming on to hands and knees, walk your hands slightly forward of your shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to curl the toes under and lift the heart as if you're trying to reach your heart forward. Gaze forward, tone the belly. As you exhale, we're going to uncurl the toes, press the toes into the mat, hug the belly in, push the floor away, round. Cat pose. Inhale, curl the toes, cow posture, long spine. Exhale, uncurl the toes, round the spine, chin towards the throat. Inhale, curl the toes, reach the heart forward, cow posture. And last time, uncurl the toes, push and round. Inhale, curl the toes, heart forward. So staying here, we're going to begin to shift the hips back towards the heels. Maybe walk the hands forward just a little bit more to lengthen through the arms, get a stretch in the shoulders. Breathe here. We're going to walk the hands to the left. Keep the arms extended, maybe even up on fingertips. Stretching nice and long through the right side of the body, keeping the chest close to the thighs. Hips are back towards the heels. And gently walk yourself back to center. Take your time as you transition. Take a breath. And walk to the right. Perhaps again up on fingertips, lengthen long through the left side of the body, hug the belly to the spine. Maybe even noticing a stretch here through the armpit area, through the shoulder. And gently walk yourself back to center and begin to lift the hips all the way up into downward facing dog. So as we come into our down dog, begin to pedal the heels. Taking your time as you lift one and lower the other. And then hold your down dog here. Put a softness in the knees. Push through the fingers. Lengthen through the arms, through the spine. Keep lifting the hips towards the sky. Slowly begin to walk the feet towards the hands until you come into a wide placed forward fold here. I'm going to turn to face you. So if my feet are wider than my shoulders, I'm going to clasp onto opposite elbows and begin to stretch nice and long through the sides of my body as I gently sway my upper body from side to side. Keeping my feet nice and planted, strong and steady. And come back to center. Go ahead and release the hands, place them to the thighs, bend the knees deeply, and begin to lift the heart. Take your time as you rise, all the way up to stand. Let's walk our feet towards each other, coming into a mountain pose. So my feet are inner hips distance apart. You can close down the eyes for a moment, just noticing the difference from being low to the ground to now being in an upright posture. One more full inhalation in our mountain pose, complete exhalation. And we'll bring the hands into prayer at the center of the heart. Allow the thumbs to gently rest at the sternum. And I hope that this yoga sequence has gotten you ready to face the day, or perhaps worked out some kinks that you might have in the body, a little stiffness, a little soreness, that you found a little bit of energy from this practice. I wish you well. Namaste.